Hey all, welcome to my empties. Let's start with hair care. I went through another one of these. It's the Amika by Alice Brooklyn Miami Nectar Perk Up Dry Shampoo. It works fantastic and the scent is amazing. I have backups. I believe it was limited edition though, so you might not be able to find it. I also went through this little sample of the Amika Perk Up Ultra Oil Control Dry Shampoo. This was good as well, but I do prefer the scent of the other one. Another dry shampoo, I do not recommend this one. It's by Halo Vita. I fear I was influenced by TikTok. I don't know if you've seen that ad where the girl basically looks like she has wet hair, then she sprays this in, and then all of a sudden her hair is so dry and full. I don't know why I fell for that. This does not work like that. It doesn't leave a white cast or anything like that, but it does not work as well as the Amico one, so I would not repurchase this. Unfortunately, I did buy a 2-pack, so I do have a backup of this one that I'm trying to use up. I went through this JVN pre-wash scalp oil. I'm trying to use more oils in my hair just because it is color treated, and I use heat on it all the time. So you apply this before the shower and then you wash it off in the shower. I'm still a little iffy on oils that I put on after the shower because my scalp tends to get oily very quickly. So this is a good compromise, I guess, when it comes to using oils. Would I repurchase? I think yes, in the future I might consider it, but for the time being, I will not be repurchasing this one. For conditioner, I used up this Pantene Abundant and Strong Breakage Defense Conditioner. It has a kind of sweet, creamy, it's very pleasant scent, so I did really like this one. I have many conditioners right now that I'm trying to work through, but once I use up my stash, I would definitely consider repurchasing this one. I did like it. Next up is makeup. This is the Voluminous False Fiber Lashes. This is what the wand looks like. I would not repurchase this one. I really enjoy tubing mascaras, and this is not it, so I would not be repurchasing this one. I'm also getting rid of 7. That's all of my KVD tattoo pencil liners because they have dried out. Let me just show you one of them here. You could see that the whole thing just kind of comes out of the packaging because it's so dry. When you try to apply it, it's just dry. There's absolutely no payoff, no pigment, nothing. So it's garbage. All 7 of them, the same thing happened to them, which is very unfortunate and just a really good reminder to use what you have because it doesn't last forever. A couple of other makeup products I went through are these setting powders. This one's by It Cosmetics. It's the Bye Bye Pores Translucent Poreless Finish HD Micro Powder. I really like this. It took forever to use up. It has this little sifter in there to take some product out. I hate how messy the lid becomes. It just gets all dirty and powdery. This reminds me a lot of the NARS packaging, where just after just touching it for too long, it does get this weird texture on it where you can't really get it clean, which I don't like. But here is where I started, so I was able to use up all of it. Made good progress, I think. So happy to be done with this. I have lots of other setting powders that I have right now, so I won't be repurchasing this. Another translucent powder that I used up was this one by RMS Beauty. This was the RMS Beauty N powder. You could see I started it full size and I was able to get through all of it. I believe this had a sifter on it as well, but I couldn't get too much product out, so I took it off. I may have dropped this one as well, so that's probably how I got through it so quickly. I also have to look at the ingredients because I think a lot of stuff is going talc free, so they might be reformulating. I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have talc in it. No, it doesn't. It's just silica and mica. So, I mean, this is a good talc free option. Now let's go through some of the fragrances I've used up. I think I featured this one previously. It's by Alice Brooklyn called Salt. I didn't really care for it. It's not for me. One thing I didn't like about this packaging is that it is a dabber. I prefer a sprayer. And if you could see this packaging, the little plastic insert that goes into the bottle to keep it closed, it got smushed. So it it won't keep the actual bottle closed. So what I did is I transferred the juice inside into a sprayer bottle, and that's how I used it up. I would not repurchase. I do have other minis that are dabbers like this that I need to go through. Also by Ellis Brooklyn, but different fragrances. But again, the salt one just was not for me. I also went through this little sample size of the Ellis Brooklyn Apple Love. I did like this one a lot more than the salt one, and I have this in a little travel mini size, so I'll continue to use it. So I did enjoy this one. This is a Dolce & Gabbana Blue Jasmine sample that I went through. I find that I'm not really a very like jasmine lover. There's still like a little juice left in there. I don't know if you can see that, but I can't get it out, so I'm calling it done. It was fine. I would not purchase a full size or travel of this one though. I also used up this replica sample size of the Afternoon Delight. This was pleasant. I enjoyed it, but I would not purchase a full size of it. I'm really trying to get through all of my little sample size ones, and this is by Chanel. It's called Chance. Not my favorite. I don't know what it is about Chanel fragrances that I'm not the biggest fan of. I think they just remind me of like a more, I don't know, mature lady, perhaps. And I don't know, it's just not my favorite. No. This is another Chanel one that I have. It's called Gardenia. Again, I don't know what it is about Chanel, like, just not for me. This one was a sample of Opera by Xerjoff. Is a very potent fragrance. I find that like the really like strong, mature smelling scents are not my favorite, but I'm trying to get through them. They do last a very long time though. I prefer gourmand scents. You know, I like to smell like a sweet cupcake. So this is not it. I also used this one up. I can't even tell what it is anymore. The juice kind of dripped onto the label and kind of rubbed it off, but something like Nubile 42, maybe? I'm not sure, but this is another one of those really potent, strong fragrances. So even if I knew the name of it, I would not purchase a full size. Okay, let's move on to skincare. First up, we have this Lila B, a glow face mist. This was part of my project pan, so that's where I started, and now it is totally gone. I don't think that this is even a brand anymore, so I could not repurchase, and frankly, I didn't really notice it making much of a difference. I enjoyed using it while I had it, and now it's time to let it go. I went through another DHC deep cleansing oil. I really enjoy this every time I have it. I might even have backups of it still. Lately, I've been more into like a balm cleanser, but be it balm or oil cleansers, I love using these as a first step to remove makeup and all that, and then following up with an actual facial cleanser. So one of those facial cleansers is this one by Indie Lee. It's the brightening cleanser, strawberry seed and tomato. It has a pleasant scent. I really enjoyed using it, and I would totally repurchase this one. After cleansing, I like to go in with a toner, and lately I've been really into rice toners. This one is I'm From, and I really do like this one. This rice toner is really like soothing on my skin right after cleansing, and it preps my skin for the essence that I follow it up with. I would absolutely repurchase. In fact, I have, and I have a couple of backups of this one. When I don't go in with a milky toner, I'll use something like this. This is the L'Oreal Hydrating Elixir, a phytonutrient replenish. Basically, you just spray this onto dry skin and you apply it before your serum, and you could also use this throughout the day just to kind of refresh your skin. It has a very particular scent. It reminds me of like the health food store when you walk in and there's that, you know what I mean? Like that scent of a health food store of just like herbs and oils and nature kind of. So that's what it smells like. So if you're, sensitive to smells, I don't think it has added fragrance. It's just the ingredients that go into it. Just it does remind me of a health food store. I do like it. It's pricey though, so I don't know if I would repurchase. This is another product where I was influenced. This is by Some By Me. It's the Snail Choose Psycho Miracle Repair Serum. It works as a hydrator. I put this on after toning and applying an essence, then I go on with a serum. I have a couple of other products that have this snail product. I don't love them, to be honest with you, and I would not repurchase. So this is not for me. I also used up this Beekman 1802 Milk Drops. It's the probiotic ceramide serum. So this is an alternative serum that I sometimes use. Not the biggest fan of the scent. It definitely has a very milky, like lactic scent that I do not enjoy. Well, obviously it's milk drops, right? But some of them are fine. Some lactic scents I do enjoy, but not this one. It smells a little bit too green grass for me. Therefore, I would not repurchase. No. I also used up the sample size of the Drunk Elephant C Firma Fresh Day Serum. It was pleasant enough. I have found other vitamin C serums that I prefer and that are less expensive than this one. I really do think that when it comes to Drunk Elephant, you're paying for the name and not so much the product, but that's just my opinion. Would not purchase a full size. I purchased a couple of Peach and Lily products. They're like these sets that are available at Ulta. This is the Peach and Lily Hydro Bubble Deep Foam Cleanser. I really enjoyed this one. I purchased a full size because I tried the sample and then this mini, and so now I have the full size of it, and I really do enjoy it. It feels like it really cleanses my skin without stripping it, and so I go in and use this after I use like an oil or balm cleanser to remove my makeup. Then after I tone and apply an essence, I'll go in with a serum. So this one is the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. I enjoyed it. I would consider purchasing a full size, but right now I do have a lot of items and products in my stash, so I think I will hold off on purchasing any full size items for the time being. So after I apply a serum, I go in with a moisturizer, and this is the Peach and Lily Transparency Pro Brightening Moisturizer. Finish this up. It's good for the daytime, but then I have to follow it up with an SPF. One of my favorite SPFs is by Dermatology. This is the Universal Tinted Moisturizer. This is great for those days where I don't want to wear a lot of makeup. I just put this on, maybe a little concealer and bronzer, and I'm done. Absolutely would repurchase. Have repurchased it many times. Have purchased it and shared it with family and friends. So yeah, I really do like this one. A little sample moisturizer I went through is this Tarte Drink of H2O. It has a pleasant scent, but I think I prefer other moisturizers to this one, and I don't think I'd be purchasing a full size of it. But who knows? This is a maybe, yeah. A definite yes is this one by Osea. It's the Seabiotic Water Cream. I really like this brand and this product, and I would absolutely purchase a full size of it. I really do like this moisturizer. A product I would absolutely never purchase again is this one by Peter Thomas Roth. It's the Water Drenched Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. While it was a good product, I do not support this brand. Something I do like is the sustainability of it. So you could remove this just by a refill and then put it back in it. But again, this brand just cannot support them, so it's a no. Now for a brand I do like, this is the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. I went through all of these. I have a backup. I enjoy using this one, so this one is a definite yes for me. I was able to use up this Plume Lash Serum. It's the Lash and Brow Enhancing Serum. I like this because it was not irritating, but I didn't really see much of a difference on my lashes, if I'm being honest. So I would not repurchase, and the price is about $100. So I got this in BoxyCharm Lucky Bag, so I didn't actually pay full price for it. But yeah, no, I would not repurchase this one. I'm currently using a different lash serum, which has that one ingredient that's kind of not really that great for you. I didn't realize it until after I had bought it, but I'll talk about that one once I finish it up. I used up this whole box of Mighty Patch. So it was a variety pack. It came with 12 of the original ones, 12 of the invisible ones, and then 2 of the surface ones. So those are like these really big, long ones that you could use on just a larger area. So I liked using this one for any type of like shaving where I thought I might get an ingrown. I would just kind of apply it there on my leg or wherever it was needed. And it just worked really well for that. Like I kind of use it more for ingrowns than for pimples, but I do get the occasional blemish, so I will use it for that as well. So I want to show you how the Hero, this is the original one, they come packaged. So you kind of just peel this off here, and then you have your 12 little patches. They're all used up, so this is empty. But what I like about this is that you can see there's like this perforation going through it. So when you are going to use one up, you could use this to help you release the product. I've noticed that there are some patches that don't have this, and then when you go in and just try to remove the product on your own, like just with your finger, you end up kind of balling it up a little bit, and then when you apply it on your skin, it doesn't go on smooth and like seamless. It makes it actually more visible that you have something there. So I really appreciate that these have the little perforation where you can easily peel it off. It remains flat and less noticeable when it's on your skin. So yeah, I really do like that, and I would definitely purchase more from this brand. In fact, I have, so I do have backups. I went through this sample of the Peace Out Acne healing dots. They're similar, but let me show you the packaging. So these did not have the perforation, as you could see. So you did have to, well, I did have to peel these off individually, like with my finger. And this is when they would ball up a little bit and not apply as seamlessly. They were very visible on the skin. So these are good for nighttime, but I just for that reason I didn't like this product. I think I do have backups of it, so I'll see if like the full size come with perforation, but I don't think that they do. I would choose the Hero Mighty Patch over the Peace Out patches for that reason alone. Another blemish product that I tried out was this one by Peach Slices. These are the deep blemish micro darts. Whenever I had something that was still beneath the skin, like when you can tell that something's kind of brewing up but it's not quite there yet, I really liked using these because it gets to them. The other ones don't really do much for products that are still under the skin. Those are the Hero ones, and the Peace Out ones are more for like already surface level ones that you can see they've already come to a head, whereas these are great for the ones that are still underneath the skin. So I really like using these. So it comes in like this little square packaging. The product is inside, and these, as you could see, they kind of break in half. So while it's not perforated, it does have the same effect where you can easily peel them off so that they don't become super obvious on the skin. So I do really like this one. I would absolutely repurchase these from Peach Slices. They're really good. So I used up these little eye masks, under eye masks, by Grace and Stella. I find that most eye masks kind of work the same, so whether they're like a inexpensive brand or more expensive brand, I haven't noticed a difference, so I enjoy using them, every once in a while. Currently, I'm going through some products that come like in a little tub, and then you just kind of pick them out. But these are fine. I enjoyed them. I wouldn't mind using them again. I also used up 2 of these hyaluronic face masks by WIS. I really enjoy how juicy they are. So there's a lot of product in them. Once you put it on, you let it dry up, and then there's still a lot of product left inside the package once you're done with it. So you could apply that to your neck and your chest and really your hands, anywhere. I do like how this moisturizes and the extra product that's always left in the little packet. So I do have a box of these, so I'll continue to use them, and you'll probably continue to see them throughout my empties. I wish I were better at applying masks more often. I feel like I use them maybe once a month, whereas I'd like to use them at least once every couple weeks. Once a week would be ideal, but for now, I'll just, I'll keep working on it. Okay, now for the miscellaneous products that are still beauty related, but, dental floss. I went through another Oral-B Glide Advanced. This is the 48-yard one. I've tried other dental floss that are like more waxy or just different, and I just love how this one just goes in so smoothly, no pain, easy to use. I think once you find a dental floss that you like, it makes it so much easier to floss every day. So I really like this one. I used up a deodorant. I like the Native brand. This is pretty much the only brand of deodorant I use because it is effective. It doesn't leave any like stains on my clothes, and I've noticed that this has really helped with any underarm darkness. When I used to use aluminum deodorants, I noticed that they were leaving like a dark. With time, I ended up developing like darker underarms, which I did not like. When I switched to aluminum free, that went away almost completely. So this has been super helpful in that. I think if I had used nothing, the darkness would have also gone away. So I'm not saying that this lightened my skin, but what I am saying is that this is a deodorant that does not contribute to making my underarms dark. This scent, however, did not like it. It is called Piece of Cake. It smells a little buttery. It was limited edition, so I can't purchase it again anyway, but no, I would not repurchase this one. This one, however, I absolutely would repurchase. This is another Native deodorant, but this is just a mini one. It's in the scent Sugar Cookie, and as I've mentioned before, I like to smell like a sweet cupcake, and that's exactly what this says. I loved it so much. It was great for the winter time as well. And yeah, I would absolutely repurchase. Hopefully they bring it back during uh the fall and winter time again. So I'd purchase a full size of this one. When I'm in the shower, I do like to go in with like a first cleanse with just a regular bar of soap. This is the Dove Restoring Moisturizing Cream. I bought a pack of them, that's why I have so many, but I do go through one pretty much once a month basically. So these are 4 that I have right here, all the same ones. I would like to point out that Dove is cruelty free now. It has been for a couple years, I think, and I was just not aware of it. So I'm so glad that they are, because I really like their bars of soap. I think I might also be using like their antibacterial one. Depends on what's available at Costco, really. That's where I like to purchase it, because you get a whole bunch of them for not that much money. So these are great as a first cleanse, and then I follow up with my African nut sponge and a yummy scented body wash, which is what I like to do. So that's my process. So yes, I do like these. I would repurchase, and I love that they're cruelty free now. So just one final item is this vitamin supplement. It's just the Nature's Bounty B12. I am vegetarian, so I try to take a B vitamin just in case. I've never had any issues, even when I didn't take vitamins before with any of like my labs or anything like that. But just to be on the safe side, I take this one, and this one's pretty good. Suitable for vegetarians, it says, and I have a backup that I'm also going through. So yeah, this is the one that I like. I have multiple backups of this one. This is just the one that I like using. It's a little vitamin, not difficult to swallow or anything like that. I might switch it up and go with a multivitamin. I'm not sure, but I still have a few bottles of this, so until I use that up, I probably won't. I do have a multivitamin. I need to check when the expiration is, though. Yeah, anyway, supplements are good sometimes, I guess. No adverse effects is what I'm saying. So, not a doctor, not a medical doctor, so yeah, use at your own discretion. So that's it. Those are my empties for the last couple of months. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.